The Costa violin was one of 3 of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart's personal violins. Thousands arrive to see it in Mozart's hometown of Salzburg, Austria, every year. For the first time in the instrument's 250-year history, a Ukrainian musician recently played the priceless violin. In late July, Andrei Murza from Odessa traveled to Salzburg and played the violin while recording music that will be released in September as part of a video project to raise funds for Ukraine.
This instrument was made by Pietro Antonio della Costa in 1764 and owned by Mozart himself during his Viennese period. You cannot express it in words. You must feel it.
At the Mozart family residence in downtown Salzburg, Antoni Barashevsky, a pianist from Kyiv, is playing the pianoforte, also known as hammer clavier. This instrument dates to the late 18th century. Mozart himself played these keys while composing his masterpieces.
It's a pianoforte, really, not a harpsichord. And it has only one pedal you press with your knee, not your foot, as in modern instruments.
These unique opportunities were made possible by the Mozarteum, a nearly 200-year-old organization that serves to protect Mozart's legacy. The Mozarteum allowed 6 Ukrainian soloists and musicians to play Mozart's instruments in a show of support of its Eastern European colleagues. It's all part of Lviv Mozart, a festival in Ukraine honoring the youngest of Mozart's 6 children, Franz Xaver Wolfgang Mozart, who lived in Lviv for 30 years when it was the capital of Galicia, the biggest province in the Austrian Empire.
The works of Mozart the son were performed on the hammer clavier, played by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart the father. It is the premiere here in Salzburg, a sonata by Franz Xaver Mozart that he dedicated to Josephine von Cavalcabo, his muse and Lviv resident, was played on his father's violin for the first time.
Mozart's son founded the St. Cecilia Society and Choir in 1826 and the Institute of Singing in Lviv, the city's first music school. It was Franz Xaver who bequeathed his father's notes, personal belongings, instruments and letters that would become the bulk of the collection of the Salzburg Mozarteum Foundation.
A lot connects Lviv and Salzburg through the Mozart family. The program we presented in Austria is the Lviv Mozartian line. These works were born in Lviv thanks to the youngest son of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Franz Xaver, and his closest circle.
The performers, some of whom have been forced to relocate during the war, are hoping that funds raised by the release of the Solidarity concert will restore the missile-damaged Kotlyarevsky University of Arts in Kharkiv. Emiliano Szydlak for VOA News, Salzburg, Austria.